Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here. Happy Friday, TGIF, to all of you guys out there. We've got some Bachelor in Paradise rumors. As we know, Katie Thurston's season of The Bachelorette begins June 7th, 2021, which means they're going to start filming Bachelor in Paradise very, very soon. So there's lots of rumblings as to who might be the host of Bachelor in Paradise, who might be the bartender. Whoever knew a couple years ago that we'd be so worried about who's going to bartend on the show? Bring back Jorge. Why don't we have Jorge anymore? I stopped watching for a few years. All of a sudden, Jorge's gone. I'm here to fight for the rights of Jorge to sling margaritas at people. Get him back. Maybe he's doing some behind-the-scenes stuff. Who knows? But anyway, I want to be under a ploppa with all of you guys celebrating Bachelor in Paradise. That will air the end of summer. But of course, it's going to film soon, so we have to find out what the heck's going to go down. We have several rumors we'll discuss right now, one of which is Wells. Bachelor Dirt, that's dirt with 3 T's, so you know it's extra dirty, posted, now that Wells is the rumored host of Bachelor in Paradise, does that mean Sarah Hyland can be the new bartender? Who's here for it? Of course, Wells' better half is Sarah Hyland, and boy, did he out-punt his coverage, as they like to say. They are a nice little match there. There's Sarah in the foreground, and like any good Instagram boyfriend, out of focus. But listen, I know what it's like to be out of focus, gawking. Usually I'm the one taking the photo, but in this case they got a professional. She's doing a double skinny arm. Some in the world call it bitch wings. I'm not calling it bitch wings, but that's what some call that. Either way, she's in full flight mode right there. Some great photos. I mean, Wells, she must be on the shorter side because he's kind of a vertically challenged as well, no? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Short people unite. I'm kind of in the middle ground there. But there he is, just looking sleek, and they're both looking great together. I mean, they're pretty hot and heavy. Who would have thought this would have been a relationship that came out of Bachelor Nation? Now, look, people are wondering, will she be the next Bachelorette? I'm sorry. People are wondering, will she be the next Bachelor in Paradise host? I'm sorry. Take 3, folks. I don't edit. Will she be the next Bachelor in Paradise bartender? If Wells is working, listen, I don't think it's a good idea to necessarily go to work with your significant other. I mean, whenever Tasha and I have to work together, it's fine, but like you get, work and play. It's good to have one and then the other. You know what I mean? But then again, it's not like it's the heaviest hitting job in the world being host of Bachelor in Paradise, so it might be a nice little getaway for both of them. The problem is Sarah doesn't need it. I mean, it is a step back. Even if she's doing it for fun or pro bono, it's a step back from her career to become a bartender on a reality show where best case scenario, you don't get HPV. Okay, that's best case scenario. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, we've all got it already. All right, so there it is. Let's keep going. Oh, what a nice move there. Some Dancing with the Stars on the red carpet. Absolutely. They look great. He's got a good sense of humor. I'll read a couple of your comments and see what you think. There's a couple starfish, if I've ever seen one. More red carpet. Capital One, where's Jennifer Gardner? A nice little this is like a chic Indiana Jones look happening there. Very nice. We call this, guys, I don't know if you know this, in the world of modeling, I've learned this from Tasha, we call this bunny teeth. Okay? It's the idea that you're smiling, but you're opening up your lips just enough because it provides a little bit more fullness to your lips. They call it bunny teeth. She's doing bunny teeth right now. Sad that I know that. Leave a comment. Maybe there's another term for it, but let's see if they are having fun like bunnies, as one might say. So I don't know. That's the rumor. What do you guys think? Let's go to Reddit. They're always one to give their opinions. It makes sense, but I prefer Wells in small doses. Also, he seems so up Chris Harrison's bum that it may just be more of the same. I do prefer him over Ashley I, though. Do people like her? I'm catching up on Bachelor in Paradise seasons. I haven't watched regularly since Allie's season, but started watching again with Matt's, and I cannot stand her. I'm amazed she and Jared worked out. I think we're all amazed they worked out, which just goes to show, don't always believe what you see on TV. There's always more depth to people's character. Now, the rumor here is that Ashley and Jared possibly our Bachelor in Paradise host. So at this point, we're just pretty much saying anybody. You know what? Maybe I'm the next Bachelor in Paradise host, okay? Maybe I'm going to go down there with my new Tommy Bahama shirt and, new Crocs and sling some, I would be the worst at that. I'm too self-centered. I couldn't, I would try to insert myself into every situation. This was posted on the Ashley Eyes Instagram story. We know, ... we need a kid, ... that may not happen this month, ... I'll explain later, LOL. And people took that as a reason why they might be hosting Bachelor in Paradise. Well, maybe it's just that maybe she's getting off birth control. I mean, who knows? The human body is a crazy place. I don't pretend to know anything about it. I don't think gynecologists know anything about the female body either. Listen, okay, I'm not anti-science. I'm pro-science. I'm pro-doctors and all that. But I truly believe most doctors stink. I'm talking general practitioners, gynecologists. They're like, oh yeah, you got some hormonal problems. Your face is breaking out. Here, try this birth control. If it doesn't work in 6 months, come back and we'll try this one. Like, what do you do? Are you a doctor? Or are you building an IKEA dresser? Like, what do you know what I mean? We went to I'm digressing right now. We went to a doctor for Tasha. She has Lyme disease, and the doctor was literally on WebMD trying to figure out what to do for her. And I'm like, we already did WebMD. Everything you search on WebMD says you have cancer. So you're just like, you know what I mean? Anyway, if you're a gynecologist, please write in and let me know. You can't find a good vagina doctor in this town. But that has nothing to do with this story. But I think it's it's up to people like me to have a general disbelief in not the art of medicine, because we've come from an amazing place. I just got my vaccine and I believe in all that. But just the idea that sometimes people become doctors and they don't care about their patients. And this might have more to do with the insurance industry and how doctors have to have, a revolving door of their patients. But like, don't you just want to go to a doctor and really get a chance to talk to them and find out what's wrong with you, versus them being like, all right, your knee feels good. We punched you in the arm. Go take a couple Advil and we'll see you next year. I haven't been to a doctor in over a decade. Okay. That's just the only time I went to a doctor is when I got run over on the highway and I had to go to the emergency room. That's literally the only time I went to a doctor for that scenario. So, but I don't wish that on anyone. Let me tell you that. That has nothing to do with this video. So the idea that actually I and Jared might be the hosts of The Bachelor in Paradise, look, they have some street cred as far as they've made their relationship work. But nice comment here. Just go make babies already and live in Rhode Island. That's what my mom's been telling me this whole time, fellow Rhode Islander. Jared is getting tired of Ashley's quench for fame. Okay, BC girl. You guys don't, you know what I mean? Like, we love to just take our hot takes online and, maybe they're just a happy couple. But they could very well not be hosts of Bachelor in Paradise, but maybe there's a segment where Tanner and other successful Bachelor in Paradise stories come back and talk. Maybe that's the case. We don't know. But, I could see a world where Wells is the host. He's got all of the characteristics you're looking for. I mean, one thing we're all just assuming it won't be Chris Harrison, but I don't believe there's been any announcement that it won't be Chris Harrison. Whoever it is, I'm sure they'll take a note from the season of The Bachelorette that Katie Thurston was a part of, where they're probably not going to feature the host much anyway. It's going to be kind of like a formality. It'll be someone who's been on the show in the past. I think Wells would be great for that. Again, no offense to Chris Harrison. I know he does a lot behind the scenes, but what he does on Bachelor in Paradise is basically throw a couple condoms up in the air, give them keys to their rooms, and lets them go get on fights in the beach. That's exactly how the show goes. It reminds me of Spring Break. But anyhow, folks, so that's that. I wanted to also let you know I've got a new Patreon-only episode out. I can't believe it. Guys, 58 Patreons. So if you guys don't know, it's a membership-only community. You don't have to be a part of it, but I do weekly episodes. This episode is a solo episode. I play some fun music. I played some 80s music. We had a good time. I talked about my time standing in for Matt Bomer. I don't know if you know him, but he was a pretty cool guy. And just the things that I don't need to talk about on this YouTube channel, I get more in depth with. I actually talk about a Bachelor villain that I was defending. And, you'll have to hear me out on that and figure out why. But if you want to check that out, Patreon works in this way. You can do a $5, $8, $12, or $50 donation. You pretty much get all the same media. There's just a couple extra perks. The $50 level, I send you a box of our homemade soap. I don't even promote it because it's if you want it, it's there. If you don't, do the $5, do the $8, do the $12, whatever you want. You can get access to 100 previous episodes. It's all like private. You just click on it. Well, as soon as you're a member, you click on it. It's a monthly thing. You can cancel anytime. That's where it is. Thank you, everyone who signed up for that. And today I sent out a new newsletter. If you didn't get my newsletter, there's a link in the description of every video to sign up. It takes literally 10 seconds. Name, you check a box where the bicycle is, address, email address, done. No address, just email address, done. And I'll be posting tour dates and things like that. If you haven't signed up and you want to see what's in the newsletter, it links to my Twitter, so you can just sign up on my Twitter at @tneals. And then, there's it goes to the MailChimp link, which has actually, if you're not sure if you want to sign up for the Patreon and you want to test it out, I include a link down here to the Patreon and also to a private YouTube episode. So I'll give you a free one if you want it. Go check it out. A couple other pictures and personalized thing. I'm going to be sending out newsletters once every couple of weeks, and that's just another way for me to stay in touch with you guys. So anyway, I got, I think, 1 or 2 more videos coming today, unless there's any breaking news. But in the meantime, let me know what you think of Wells as the Bachelor in Paradise host. Will you be watching? The last couple of years, I vowed not to recap Bachelor in Paradise because A, nobody was watching my channel, so it was a waste of my time. And B, there really is no storyline. But now that we've got kind of an ongoing discussion, I don't think we need much of a storyline. We'll just kind of juggle all the different stories as they come. So I'll be, of course, doing live streams and recaps and all that this year. Anyway, thanks again. Shout out to all the new members of the Patreon community. You really, really helped me out. And I appreciate all of your investments and support so much. More content coming up. Bye, guys.